Salute. Salute. Top of the morning. We back again. We back. More news. Um, I before we start, as always, I hope everybody's having a good morning. I hope everybody is safe. Um, so we got, according to reports, the New Jersey State Police have arrested 19 individuals in connection to what is being described as a heroin drug mill that is linked to 15 fatal overdoses and 42 non-fatal overdoses. That's my thing, right? That's what be throwing me off, right? 15 fatal overdoses and 42 non-fatal overdoses. Overdoses, overdoses. It is what it is. Whether it's death or not, I mean, it's serious. Um, my thing is, I feel like need to, we have to like be realistic. Um, when they say something about overdoses, and when they talk about death, when they talk about the amount of drugs that are being put in the community, why is no one speaking on the fact that the people who are actually doing it don't really have access to this stuff unless it's from a hospital, a doctor, a medical expert. These are not things that people just have easily access to. You can't just walk into the store and say, "Hey, can I get some fentanyl?" Things don't work like that. But now, what I'm seeing right here, um, is I just hate just thinking about the fact that it's really it's really a sticky situation when it comes to stuff like this. Um, it says it was an 8-month investigation. They called it Operation Falling Spires, which was centered at the Garden Spires community complex in Newark. The New Jersey State Police gangs and organized crime North Unit began investigating back in December of 2020. Damn, this is why I always tell y'all, man, be safe, be careful, man, because I've seen too many of my people get caught up in jams, and you're being investigated. You don't even know um, that you're being watched. You don't know that you're being followed. You're just thinking that it's, a regular day. You going to chop it up with your peoples, go and talk to the homies. And this whole time, you got people that are being paid on 8 to 12 hour shifts to sit there and watch you for months. And this is their job. This is what they get paid to do. So it's scary. You understand? Like, if these people are getting paid to watch you, you got to make sure that you staying on point and looking out for everything that's going on. Um, Especially if you're not involved in anything, because a lot of the times people get caught up and it has nothing to do with them. I've seen a lot of conspiracy charges in the past 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I've seen a lot of conspiracies, man, where dudes is getting snatched up and they don't have nothing to do with anything. Um, Young and old, you know what I mean? The law really doesn't care about who it is. Um, so, man, so the Attorney General Andrew J. Bruck quoted is quoted saying, "We cannot end New Jersey's opioid crisis unless we dismantle the state's distribution networks for fentanyl and heroin." Under Colonel Callahan's leadership, the New Jersey State Police is focusing its investigative resources on those individuals and criminal organizations most responsible for fatal overdoses. So they're telling you right here, they're not. They're looking for fatal overdoses, death. If there's bodies dropping, like, oh, man, it's sad, man. This is crazy. If there's bodies dropping in this opioid crisis, best believe if you've been anywhere near it, if you are responsible, if you know your team is out there doing what y'all do, and potentially the work y'all giving out got the fiends dying, Like nobody wants that. Like, because if the fiends die, you can't. It sounds crazy, but it's like if the fiends die, then you don't you're gonna make the bread. People gonna come, but it's like they dead. Like you killed somebody. Like that's a body on your product. You know what I mean, your shipment line got bodies on it. Like that's not cool. Like as much as it sounds crazy, oh the body's dropping on it must be the nah, that's not it. That's not it because now they snatching things up. And it's not like they just started doing this. They making it their due diligence. It's the pandemic, especially now. Um, a lot of things is on hold. There's a lot of stipulations going on because of what's going on with this virus, and like I said, these people are getting paid around the clock to investigate. It's crazy. Um, Colonel Patrick also they go on to say these operations are designed to target distribution networks and choke off the supply line of the deadly opioids. So shutting down distribution where it originates prevents lethal brands of stamps like those seized in this operation from entering our communities, which greatly reduce both overdoses and fatalities, says Colonel Patrick J. Callahan. And it's the superintendent of the New Jersey State Police. So like I said, you can see where they're going after bodies, bodies, and that's not to say I'm not trying to justify what's going on. I'm not trying to give these people an excuse, but everybody is innocent until proven guilty. That's number one. We're always gonna say that. That's everybody's innocent until proven guilty, and number two, that's just me letting you guys know that if you know for sure that there's a good chance that you could potentially drop somebody or put a body on your stamp because you know the work is potent, then it's kind of like, damn, man, like this is not it. It's the wrong game to be in, man. Especially now, like I said in the pandemic, it's the wrong game to be in, especially now because during this pandemic, they've been able to actually put more time and resources into doing certain things like investigating and scoping people out due to the fact that the country is on such a tight hold. And at any given time, they can lock down a state, they can lock down multiple states, they can lock down a good portion of the country, and there's nothing that anybody could do. You know, I do a lot of private contracting work for the news, and I remember when they shut New York City down, and immediately as soon as they shut New York City down, my constituents reached out to me and said, "Yo, here's your badge, here's your press badge. If they try to stop you at any checkpoints or anything of that nature, make sure you hit them with this badge." And I said, "Okay, wow." I saw how serious it was. At that time, not only was I doing private contracting work, but I was also working for a healthcare company. So they had to let me know, here's a pass. You are a healthcare worker. You are allowed to be out past a certain time. You understand? So I've witnessed how fast the country can get shut down, how some of the biggest cities like New York can get shut down. Now you do have the actual state and local authorities and government officials who can actually put an even bigger call and say, you know what, we don't want to follow these guidelines, we don't want to do this. But either way, how easily these things are controlled lets you see how fast things can be stopped, how these people have so much time to sit there and investigate because they can pinpoint everything. They can pinpoint everything. And when you're not supposed to be outside, or when there's too much going on, there's too much traffic going to an area, I mean, it's even more obvious as to why they would investigate certain things. But this is just unfortunate, man. I'm hoping, man, listen, man. I just wish the best for everybody, man, because definitely, man, this is it's crazy, man, what they doing. But love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, stay true. Yeah, rock with me, I rock with you. Stay tuned. I will be back in a brief second to give y'all some more morning news.